can hardly believe it when I heard the news today. I had to go and get it straight from you. Tell me all about it. Tell me about the plans you're making. Tell me one thing now before I go. Tell me, how am I supposed to live without you? Now that I've been loving you so long, how am I supposed to live without you? How am I supposed to carry on when all that I've been living for is gone? Tell me, how am I supposed to live without you? How am I supposed to carry on when all that I've been living for is gone?
So on Saturday night, primetime TV, it's not very often I get a message from somebody that says, I'm going to be on a talent show. I'm going to be on The Voice. That actually happened. Andrew, how are you, sir? You all right?
I'm very well, thank you very much, Darren. How are you?
Yeah, not bad at all. So, before we get into what happened on Saturday night on The Voice, let's just a bit of history to you then. Who are you? Where are you from? And tell us a little bit about Andrew, please.
A little bit about Andrew. I'm 31 years old. I actually grew up down south, but moved to Macclesfield last year. I just live in the centre of town now. And I'm a singing teacher. Yeah.
You're a singing teacher?
Yeah, teach private singing lessons to all age ranges.
Well, including like 40-year-olds. So if I come to you and say, can you teach me to sing like you can do, yeah?
Anyone can have a lesson, no matter how old you are.
Right, okay. So, Andrew, so what was it, first of all, who made you decide to do this in the first place on The Voice?
To be honest with you, I've always wanted to sing to audition on a reality TV show, but it's just never happened. I've actually auditioned for The Voice 3 or 4 times, but it just turned out that this year was the one. And it's such a good platform as a singer to try and kind of promote yourself, but also, yeah, you've seen for about, I think it's like 4 million people watch The Voice. So yeah, it's a great show to try and get yourself out there.
What was it like on The Voice then, when all the judges had their backs to you? And well, before you answer that, first of all, what on earth possessed you to do a Michael Bolton song? That's an epic song. Now, no doubt you smashed it anyway because I've seen it, but what made you go, I'm going to do Michael Bolton, one of the biggest anthems from Michael Bolton?
Oh, thank you very much. Well, to be quite honest with you, my favourite music is soul music. I was kind of that kid at school that wasn't listening to the right music. I grew up in the wrong era. I was kind of listening to Motown and soul, and when I should have been listening to Linkin Park and Blink-182 and all these things that were popular at the time. What possessed me to audition for The Voice? Gosh, it was absolutely terrifying. It was the most daunting experience in my life. And then throw in the mix, you've got 4 celebrity coaches. Throw in the mix, it's going to be on YouTube for the rest of your life if you mess it up. And then throw in the mix, Michael Bolton, how am I supposed to live without you? So yeah, it was it was a big moment. It could have gone very, very wrong.
But you know, when you started playing the keyboard there, and then your mouth opened and that amazing voice came out, my hair stood on end. My wife just went, oh my days, somebody can actually do a Michael Bolton song without destroying it on a karaoke. It was absolutely fantastic. And then you did the proper pop star thing. You stood up, grabbed the radio mic, and just went hell for leather. Before it was Ollie first, wasn't it, that hit the buzzer?
It was Ollie first. It was such a cheesy moment. I actually asked for it. I was like, do you know what, guys? I really want a big key change at the end, because there's kind of, you get a kind of 90-second song, you don't get a whole 3 minutes, do you? So you've got to kind of throw in a few lights and few different colours and try and throw in a few tricks just to get that one chair turn that you need. So obviously I started at the piano, it was all nice and soft, and then the song kind of grows, the journey goes forward, and then obviously you've got the big finale with the key change at the end. And you could see my face I got to right at the end of the song. I'd finished singing every lyric possible and no one had turned, but then right at the end I had a little falsetto moment, and sang up really high, and just before I sang that, the camera went straight to my face, and I thought I'd gone. I thought I was going home. That was it, end of story. And then Ollie Murs turns around, and my heart it was absolutely crazy.
So for the people that are not familiar with The Voice then, what would happen if nobody hit the buzzer and turned round? What happens then and you get to the end of your set?
Oh, if no one turns around, that's it. You literally you walk off. You don't
so they pushed it to the wire, didn't they?
Yeah, it was. To be honest, Ollie and Sir Tom, they do tend to turn pretty late on anyway. If you've watched the previous episodes, they like to listen to a whole song just to kind of see what kind of different things the artist can offer. So yeah, it was terrifying having to wait that long.
Well, when you started singing, me and my wife sat there on the sofa and we're going, Tom's got to turn around at any point now, because this is a Tom style. This is a Tom. You are a proper. You can belt a song out. You're not a Will I Am, are you? Obviously,
No.
You are very much in that ilk of. I wouldn't even put you with Ollie Murs. I'd have put you with Tom Jones. I'd have put you with George Michael. That kind of crooner kind of thing, if you don't mind me saying so.
No, of course. It was actually before I went to the blind audition, I always had in my head that if they all turned, which obviously didn't happen, but if they'd all turned, I would have turned for Sir Tom. I would have picked Sir Tom. So yeah, I think I surprised most of my friends, not only you, but my friends, by picking Ollie, because everyone, as you said, was expecting me to go for the kind of the big belting, obviously legend that is Sir Tom. So yeah.
Why did you choose Ollie then? What was that? Just
you know what it is? I really enjoyed the fact that he's because he comes from the reality background, doesn't he? So as a singer and as a performer, he knows exactly what people are going through. He did it himself. He knows the kind of pressure. He knows what we're all having to do, and it felt more relatable. And the way he was speaking to me afterwards, you could tell that he was incredibly passionate about all of his team. So I just thought, you know what? Let's mix it up. I'll go with the cheeky Essex lad, and we'll see what happens at the next stage.
Right, so that's what I want to talk about the next stage then. So now you've done, that episode on Saturday. Ollie and Tom turned around. You chose Ollie. What happens next?
The next stage of The Voice, we've got a couple of weeks left of the blind auditions, and after that, it's the auditions which are called the battle round. So by that point, Ollie will have 10 people on his team, and he'll pit 2 people against each other, so there'll be 5 different rounds of battles on his team. So I'll have to sing against one of the other competitors in his team, and then Ollie has to pick between the 2 of us. So pressure's on.
Andrew, you say you're a school teacher. So how are your students? How are the children at school? Do they know about this, or did you get any messages?
My students, no, they didn't have a clue I was going on. Apart from I disappeared for a few days of filming, and they're like, why is Mr. Bateup not in? They're probably like, why is Mr. Bateup not teaching me? I wanted a singing lesson this week. But yeah, I've actually had loads of messages from them since, just loads of congratulations, and we're so proud of you. And it's really special. It was nice to be up there.
You did really well, mate, and I've got every faith in you. And as the local radio station for all these parts, we are right behind you, Andrew. We are right really behind you. It. And I want you to come back. I want you to come back when you can spruce yourself up a bit on video and and do another one before.
No, I'd love to come back for the battle.
Are you allowed to say what your next song is going to be, or all that kind of stuff? You're not allowed.
All trade secrets.
Oh, is it?
Everyone will have to tune in to the battle round when it gets aired.
I want to see you tackle a George Michael song. There's something about you.
Want me to sing a George Michael song for the battle round?
Yeah, God. There's something about you. There's something about you, about the George Michaelness about you. I don't know what it is.
What song would you like it to be?
Oh my days! One More Try. Do you remember that?
One More Try. That is a classic.
That's a big song. But listen, if you could do Michael Bolton, How Am I Supposed to Live Without You? You can nail.
Do you know what? It would probably be nice to have a bit more of an easy song next time rather than a big ballad. Maybe I should tone it down for the next round.
Andrew, listen, you're an absolute legend. Thank you very much for coming on with me today. And
thanks for having me.
All the very best of luck. Anyway, please do keep in touch with us. Won't you? Promise me you'll keep in touch with us.
Oh, thank you very much, Darren. It was a pleasure to talk to you.
And I've got a challenge for you, by the way, before you go.
Oh, no. What is it?
Can you get Ollie Murs on my show?
Can I get Ollie Murs? That is a hard task. Yeah, we'll see what we can do.
That would be ace. Thanks, Andrew. Take care, mate.
No, thank you, Darren. Have a great day.